Podcast in a while. About the channel, the channel is pretty much dead right now, so we're doing the podcast on our main channels now. Get Big Brain. We'll just make a playlist of all the episodes. Make a playlist there. That should work. So yes, Rob, you want to start off the news?
WWE 2K22. It's looking like it's gonna be better than 20.
It's looking like it's gonna be a solid game. It's looking like it's gonna be a really good solid game. There's a standard edition where if you pre-order, you get the Undertaker pack, which comes with 3 different Undertakers. Probably have to do that because there's probably needs roster spots with how many releases have happened. You get the standard edition. That's what you get. I believe that's all you get right there, right, with the standard edition, right?
Yep.
If you get the there's also a cross-gen bundle, which comes with which you get a bunch of stuff. You get actually a bunch of stuff. You get what you get with the standard version, but you also get the PS4 and PS5 version. And then there's the deluxe edition, which is what a deluxe edition sounds like. You get
some areas of Belknap wilderness are not surveyed due to the proximity of nesting sites to human encampments. In particular, a large
Sorry guys. You get the deluxe edition. You get 3 days early access. If you pre-order, you get the Undertaker pack. You get what else? You get
my faction.
Oh yeah, my faction.
Undertaker card and Rip.
Also, if you get the cross-gen one, if you get the cross-gen version, you also get a My Faction Undertaker card. Forgot to mention that. And the deluxe is 100. The My Faction, the deluxe edition is 100. The cross-gen one is $80 without tax. I think it's like 86 with tax if you have tax. And there's also the NWO for Life version, which is only digital. You get Scott Hall, you get Kevin Nash, you get X-Pac, you get Hollywood, Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
And then you get everything you get with the digital version. The digital edition, the digital deluxe. That is a grand total of $120. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but
$131.
Just asking. I say things too, Wasn't always a crime.
Can I continue?
Sure.
South of Belknap crater. Some areas of the Belknap wilderness are not surveyed due to the proximity of nesting sites to human encampments.
So, what do we think about? What version should we get? That's up to you.
that is up to you. If you have enough to get the NWO version, then go for it. I think you get both versions. I think you get the PS4 and PS5 version, I think. I hope you get that for $120. Because I hope it's not like you get the digital deluxe edition, you get everything with the deluxe edition, and then you also just get the NWO wrestlers. That kind of be a little stupid, but like I guess I would think you get both versions again. But if you don't have enough for that, then and you have enough for, like the deluxe, then go for it. But if you don't, then and you have enough for the cross-gen that one I'd say probably would be the best one other than the deluxe edition one to go for like money wise, because you're getting, yes, you're not getting what you get in the deluxe, but you're getting the Undertaker pack. You're still getting it. The only thing you're really not getting from that you're getting the cross and that you're not getting the deluxe is I think the Rey Mysterio My Faction card, but you're still getting the Undertaker one. So I think for money wise, I'd say you're best going for the cross gen. I don't think you get the cross gen one 3 days early access. I don't think so. But you might. I'm not sure. If you really want to get it 3 days early access, then I'd get the deluxe. There we go. Done with that. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I'd go for the deluxe if you have the money. Now, we also have some ratings that have been revealed. We got one. We got Bobby Lashley. Now, he told 2K, I want my overall to be 1,000, but they said you can't do that, Chief. So, his overall, I mean, it's not bad. It could be a bit better because he had one of the better WWE runs lately for the WWE Championship runs lately. They gave him a 91. Big E better not be a higher overall than Bobby. That's all I'm gonna say. Bobby probably should be like a 92, 93. I'd say he should be on par, not the same overall as him, but close to it, because I feel like his title run was pretty dominant and was pretty good.
Ryan, are you there?
And no one has had a better run than Roman lately, but Bobby's had the best run with the WWE Championship. I'd say Big E wasn't that good because they gave him the title when he didn't need the title then. He wasn't ready. But what are your thoughts, Rob, on his overall being a 91? As long as it's not higher than Big E. As long as it's higher than Big E. Big E, I think he should be I mean, if they put him a 90, it's whatever. But he should be at least the minimum it should be is like an 88, 89. Yes, did he have a good 2021? Yeah, he was really good in 2021. But the title reign wasn't good. It wasn't terrible by any means. It just wasn't good. Now,
yeah, I'll bet you got a job.
Let's make some predictions on what overall we think some of the wrestlers are going to be. Hey, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about W2K22 stuff. There's the pre-orders and stuff have been announced, talking about what overalls you think people are going to be. So if you guys can leave your predictions on people's overalls, and if you want, you can comment that down. Now, Rob, let's make some predictions for some wrestlers overalls. So let's start with Brock. I'd say like a 94. Now, Roman.
96.
I'd say 95, 96. He's probably going to be the highest active wrestler. Of course, they make like The Rock is probably going to be like a 95, 96.
Stone Cold 93.
Stone Cold 93, 94, yeah. Stunning Steve Austin might be in the game.
Oh, God.
You lay down. You can't have visitors just yet, but I could really use a hand.
I'll see you later. I'll be here.
Larry Legend once said, "A winner is someone who recognizes his God-given talent, works his tail off to develop them into skills, and uses these skills to accomplish his goals."
Play chopsticks. No, seriously,
As you can see, he's going to be just fine.
John Moxley super kicks Renee Young for a toilet paper.
Alright, well, I gotta go take care of some shit.
Like I said before,
So,
he does owe you a life.
hold up. Before we talk more about WWE, MLB and the MLB Players Associations we're gonna have a thing talking about something about the new deal. So let me go see if you know, the MLB Players Association to present counter proposal to league on Monday.
Monday.
The MLBPA to present counteroffer to owners during a in-person. It's an in-person bargaining session. There's 27 days until spring training starts. Okay, they just they just arrived at today, like 55 minutes ago. So when we get any news about that, we'll get to that. We'll talk about that. Now, well, I guess we'll finish all myself for MLB. Hall of Fame. It's happening soon.
Yep.
And we know Big Poppy, David Ortiz, he's most likely going to be in there. But there's a small, I'd say it's like a very small chance that Barry Bonds might make the Hall of Fame.
How you doing?
Now, we don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame. Because how much percentage do you need?
75.
Later, man.
And how much does he have?
That's how much he has, 77.
So he could make it. Now,
If
I want to get you everyone's thoughts on that.
if more votes will go down.
That's why I think everyone voting for David Ortiz is helping Barry Bonds' chances. And it is. Honestly, I'm not going to be as upset as I probably would have a couple years ago.
Whatever you need, I got it.
Now, do I think it's kind of stupid that... I mean, come on, we all know the reason Mark McGwire didn't make it is because he took steroids. Like everyone else who didn't make it. Even Rob can admit that it's kind of stupid if putting Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame and not anyone else took steroids. That isn't it right now. Now, with that being said, he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You can't tell me he does not. If you look at his stats before he took steroids, he was a Hall of Famer. He was in my eyes, before he took steroids, he was a first ballot Hall of Famer. That man was, and the amount of his vision, his eye vision, that has nothing to do with steroids. That was him. If you knock off the home runs he hit when he was after he took steroids, he'd still have like what, 500?
Yep.
Close to 600. He's a Hall of Famer. Even without taking steroids. After I looked up how much his stats before he took steroids, he's a Hall of Famer. That's why the MLB should look at their stats before they took steroids. Now I understand some of the players that took steroids took steroids in the beginning of their career, but still, like look at I can't even say look at Mark McGwire took steroids because when did he started taking steroids? Whenever stupid what's his face Jose Canseco got in Oakland. You want to blame someone for Mark McGwire not making the Hall of Fame? You blame him. He's the one that got Mark McGwire started taking steroids. So you want to blame someone for him taking steroids? Blame Jose Canseco. He was the biggest reason why Mark McGwire.
Also, last time I looked, A-Rod had 40.
A-Rod, he's not making it.
A-Rod had 40.5%.
And I think the if I remember, I'm pretty sure the voting ends today. Yeah, the Hall of Fame announcement is coming tomorrow. This person said Bond should be in it, but he doesn't think it will happen. Do you think it will happen, Rob?
It all depends. But if he does not get in, he has a chance to get in through another committee in 2023.
I thought this was his last try.
He does, but this is something else.
Somebody run the analytics on this and get back to me. Derek Jeter is the greatest player of all time. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. The many girlfriends of Derek Jeter. My God. This man's Rob. This person, when Derek Jeter retired, someone made this. The many girlfriends of Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter announced that he's finally hanging them up. Dude, apparently he had so many girlfriends you can make an entire starting baseball team out of all his girlfriends. You got one at D. You even got one at DH, my guy. DH, catcher, first, second, third, short. You got Mariah Carey here at right field. My God, that's funny. Dude, the greatest player of all time. Ooh, Pro Wrestling Tees has the new arrival, the Rock and Roll Express 40th anniversary tee. But here they are, our 2022 Hall of Fame ballots. So, for your first year candidates, you have here are your final year candidates. You have Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Todd Helton. This is David Ortiz's final year?
Yep.
How? Manny Ramirez, this is A-Rod's final year.
No, this is his first year.
Huh. Kurt Schelling, Gary Sheffield. First year candidates. You have Todd Helton. Wait, what? Don't worry, Rob. Andrew Jones will make it 1 year. This year, when I looked at the candidates, I didn't think he had a chance to make it because of how many big names like David Ortiz was there. Like he was getting almost every vote most likely. Dude, if he did not make the Hall of Fame and this is his final year and he did make it, oh my God, dude, the amount of hate the MLB's gonna get. Especially from Red Sox fans. Like, that man is a Hall of Famer. And the fact that it took him until his final year just to make it? Oh, come on, MLB. And I know why. Because, he took steroids, apparently. No, he did not. I mean, I understand why they thought he took steroids. Because of how good he was when he was in his later years. You can't blame him for that. Because, that man was a monster before he retired.
Yep.
That's why I'm surprised people aren't saying that Nelson Cruz is taking steroids because of how much better he is when he at the end of his career.
There it is.
Like he's so much better now, when he's when he's older. Like it's weird because he plays so much better now when he's older.
Come on. No, you're not gonna get away.
But yeah. But yeah. Who else should be in the Hall of Fame right now? That's not.
Man.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Roger Clemens.
Right off with the shit. Don't matter what starvation because you got what you.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Get off of me, you son of a bitch. Hey, listen to me.
Willie and tonight and today in 1979, Willie Mays is elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in the first year of eligibility.
Okay, man, suit yourself.
This person said the "Say Hey Kid" is not a unanimous pick, though. How was Willie Mays not a unanimous pick?
I don't know.
Three years ago today, Mo stands alone, unanimous. Hate life. But yeah, Barry Bonds, honestly, after I looked at his stats before, he is a Hall of Famer. Mark McGuire's a Hall of Famer, but like it's not gonna it didn't happen because
I got him.
steroids. And Jose Canseco's rude and mean.
Does he have the seeds on his bike?
No, I didn't see him.
Alright. We'll bring him in. Lost Lake out.
See you, Lynch, man.
Like, if Mark McGuire would have still hit a crap ton of home runs without steroids. But of course, Jose Canseco had to, happened to be his teammate in Oakland, and then say, "Hey, I got steroids." And then of course, it's the '90s, and that's steroids era. Mark McGuire's like, "Sure, boy." But at the same time, we would never have gotten what the Fashion Bros or whatever. So like, but still, it's like, who was that? Was it Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa, or was it Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa that had a thing or whatever?
Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa.
So he would end up taking steroids anyway. But still, if you look at Mark McGuire before steroids, yeah, he started taking them in the beginning of his career, but if you look at what he was doing before that, he was still amazing without steroids.
Someone else, I'm busy.
But yeah, it sucks, but
I don't know what Mike told you on your little field trip, but we got work to do. Here.
Hey. Excuse me. He can't come with you, he's coming with me.
Last I checked, there wasn't talking.
Well, I checked in with Mike. I gotta go into the shit, and he's coming with me. Alright?
Like I said, I'm busy.
And when you get back, you come find me.
You coming?
Where?
Doesn't matter.
Seriously, where we headed?
North.
Ricky, I don't have time for your crap any more than Schizzos.
hey, the fact that King Griffey Jr.
Mike told me what
was not unanimously inducted in the Hall of Fame.
here. We can stop the hordes.
Of course, Mariano Rivera is the only person.
Are you going somewhere with this?
He's the only person that got inducted unanimously.
You decided to stay.
I mean, not just because of Boozer, but
Then Jeter received the next highest percentage of votes with 99.74.
I did my share of runs.
You did, but never anything more than that.
With well, Greg Maddux received the highest number of votes with 550. With 555 wasn't unanimous. But yeah, I got off topic there. So Rob, any more people we want to talk about attributes for 2K? Let's I got one. Veer Mahan. What you think is over or something like that? They have to either go off of his matches on main event that he's been doing, or his matches that he did before this. I'd say a 74, 75. Now, Vince McMahon. He doesn't usually have a high overall, but except for in 2K Battlegrounds. His overall is higher than Batista.
He hasn't had power for almost 2 years, but the Transformers and
his overall is usually like 75, 70. I'm gonna say about 75. low
I'm gonna write
70s,
up
totally
north.
that.
Check out the hydrant
Now.
just to see why it's shut down.
Oh no, right.
Liv Morgan.
That's Skizzo's job.
I don't need an escort.
80.
I'd probably say an
There,
80, yeah.
you know the area better than anyone.
Really, usually the only like active women that have a high, like higher than like an 80, 82, or
Now
like
I'm asking for
the
yours.
women's champions and stuff, like Charlotte, she's probably like a 90, 89. Becky Lynch is going to be extremely high overall.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go grab some of the guys.
Probably probably the highest overall out of any women, probably even higher than like the Legend women.
Rippers and scumbags and God knows what else.
Man,
That means
oh, this is fun. Hey Rob, this article about Griffey when he got inducted to the Hall of Fame: a flawless swing, but 3 votes shy of a perfect ballot. Dude, who got 3 votes that didn't go to Griffey?
Let's go.
Who was it?
Tricky. I gotta ask you. The other night, infirmary.
Would I shot you in the face? No.
Really? I don't know. Look in your face.
I would take you outside first and shot you in the face.
Because usually the people who were unanimous are people who don't take steroids and stuff, or who aren't like, you know, suspected for using it. So, Rob, moments before the Hall of Fame's announcement, the online baseball Hall of Fame tracker reported that Griffey was the unanimous choice of 213 members of the group, who had publicly divulged their choices. But the tracker, which is run by Ryan Thibodeaux, was an imperfect leading indicator of perfection. Okay, well, who got the 3 votes? Really? Really? 5 voters denied Seaver. So Tom Seaver, okay. Who got the other 3 votes? I'm so confused. The only other person I think that could have gotten it that was in that ballot was Mike Piazza. I think that's who got the 3 votes.
If we get an early start, we can get back before dark.
As long as nothing.
Alright, so what else do you want to talk about?
Oh, what can go wrong? Following you?
What do we have on the list?
Well, I got one. Rating. What do you think the national treasure of the WWE R-Truth overall going to be?
I do not know.
Ooh, we're riding north.
So how did you end up out here? I never asked you.
Same as everyone, I guess.
Hey Rob, I'm riding north
Down. I was 100 miles from home. By the time I got back,
with Ricky.
everyone was gone.
Where are you from?
Where you at, Rob?
Side of Portland. Work in the city, couch surf, go home on weekends.
Me too. So, let's see, what else is there? You know, people forget Griffey played with the Chicago White Sox. So, let's talk about our predictions for the Royal Rumble. Hold on, let me pull up the match card real quick. Actually, can you do that, Rob? My phone's at 7%. Is your phone charged? Because if not, I have my charger over here. I can do it.
Yeah, my phone's at 37%.
Okay, hold up. Let me get the match card pulled up. There's not that many matches in this Royal Rumble that we know of, at least so far. Like, there's Roman and Seth. There's Bobby and Brock. There's Becky Lynch defending against, you know, stupid Doudrop. That's really all we know. Tag team title match, I think, for the SmackDown tag titles. At least the Usos are facing against someone new. 2 former WWE superstars reportedly turned down Royal Rumble appearances. That's just how you know WWE doesn't have superstars to make up 30 wrestlers right now, because they're getting like, you know, dude, like they're trying to get Who are they trying to get? They were trying to get the Iconics.
Wow.
You realize, you notice how like all the people are trying to get from Impact to do this are women?
Oh yeah.
They don't have that many women. Oh, and do you hear why you hear why there's not a all women pay-per-view again? Why there's no Evolution 2? Because Bruce Pritchard said this. He said that women aren't... People don't pay for pay-per-views to see all women matches.
Wow.
Okay, so we have the card. I don't know how updated this is. So let's talk about... Let's not get to the title matches. Let's talk about Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. Who are you taking? Who are you taking in that?
Like over there.
I want to say Edge and Beth, but I feel like some screwy things gonna happen in that match, and Edge and like Maurice or the Miz are gonna somehow cheat to win or something. And I feel like we're probably gonna get this match again at WrestleMania for all of this stuff. I hope not. I hope Edge and Beth win. That ends this whole rivalry, and we can have something fresh for Edge at Mania. Not that Miz isn't bad. It's that his storylines as of late just get stale after a while, after a couple months.
You rode with us a long time. I guess it.
I'm gonna go with Edge and Beth to hopefully win. Now we have Becky Lynch versus godforsaken Doudrop.
Okay,
I'm going with Becky Lynch.
Out of my business.
I don't think Doudrop's gonna win.
Good luck with that.
Who are you going with, Rob?
She does? What the fuck?
If she does, I'm gonna be upset. But I'm assuming you're going with Becky. Okay, we're not gonna get to that.
Tell you something.
Women's Royal Rumble. We'll talk about that next.
You going to bat for me and Boozer, Iron Mike.
So far we have these participants. We have Carmella, Dana Brooke. I'm calling her Nikki Ash. I don't care. Queen Zelina, Rhea Ripley, Tamina, Aaliyah, Charlotte, Naomi, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Brie Bella, Lita, Nikki Bella, Kelly, Michelle McCool, Mickie James, Summer Rae, Bianca Belair, and Liv Morgan.
Look at the other two.
That is 21 already announced women's Royal Rumble. So who do you think's gonna win with the women's Rumble? Rob.
Well, I'm going for three. Liv, Lita, and Alexa.
Here, how about this? Instead of us picking a winner, we'll do this. Let's make our who we think's gonna be the final four. So
Liv.
Okay.
Lita.
Okay.
Alexa.
Okay.
And Bailey.
I'm going with my final four will be I think Liv, Lita. I'm looking at the wrestlers in this. I think so. Liv, Lita. I think Charlotte's gonna be in the final four, but she's gonna get eliminated by Lita. So I think she's gonna be in the final five and get eliminated by Lita. So we have Liv, Lita. Let's see who else. Bianca.
She gets eliminated.
And you know what? I'll throw Bailey in there, I guess. So and then I'm gonna be streaming this. I think I'll stream the Rumble. I guess I'll stream the Women's Rumble. I guess. And once we get to the final four, we'll and if there's any of our picks still in the final four, we'll pick who we think's gonna win out of those final four. The men's, we're not gonna do a final four thing. We're just gonna pick. We can think who's gonna be in the final four. You know, how about this? So we just picked our final four. I'm gonna pick Liv Morgan out of my final four. Who are you picking?
Lydia.
Okay. So now we'll do the men's rumble last. Alpha Academy versus RK Bro for the Raw Tag Team titles.
Alpha Academy. I don't see. RK.
I'm going with.
Yeah, retaining.
So CBS Sports thinks that that the plan seems to be for Randy Orton and Riddle to eventually break up and feud, failing to. I do think that they'll end up breaking up and they'll fight. They'll have a match at Mania, where I think Randy will put over Riddle.
Nope. Randy,
because that's what Randy's been doing lately. He's been putting over the younger people.
Randy superior Matt Riddle.
No. They're going to have Riddle beat Randy, and then Randy will probably go back into the world title matches.
No.
Well, I think sadly Alpha Academy will win, but... So, now that's... Okay, so now we have the 2 world title matches. We have... Let's start with Bobby and Brock.
I have a bad feeling that Brock may lose.
I think, I don't know. Brock could lose, but I think Bobby might get screwed over by Benjamin and Alexander. That could also happen. I'm gonna go with Brock because I would rather Roman retain and not just lose it and then win the Rumble. That'd be pointless. I mean, it's pointless either way. If Brock loses and wins the Rumble, and if Roman loses and wins the Rumble, it's pointless anyway. They should just have Brock lose the title. No, Brock doesn't have to win the Rumble. He just faces Roman. Just go back to that. That's what they were going to do anyway. So I think Lashley will retain. I think Lashley will regain the title. Roman and Seth. I'm going with Roman.
No. If you let Seth Rollins win the title, that's you're gonna get a lot of heat for that.
I'm going with Roman. You're going with Roman too, aren't you?
Yep.
Men's Royal Rumble. These are our participants so far. We have Johnny Knoxville. We have both members of the Street Profits. We have Ray and Dominic. We have Austin Theory, Sheamus, Damian Priest, AJ, Big E, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Sami Zayn, Kofi, and Kevin Owens. A lot less people have been announced for that, thankfully. At least we still have some surprise factor for some of them. I'm also glad that I've hardly seen any possible legends being spoiled for the Rumble yet, which is surprising. So Rob, your final 4 for the men's. Well, actually, here, how about this? We have how many people are still? How many people in here? We have 1, we have 4, 5, 6. We have what? 1, 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 15 people have been announced so far. This was 6 days ago, though, so I don't know how up to date is. So, how many people? I want you to. What do you think? What are your surprise entrants?
Veer
will be in it. I think so. Some other ones.
Gunther.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker.
Braun, yeah. Ciampa could be in it. Pete Dunne. He's been in it before. I think Ciampa and Pete Dunne will probably be in it because they've been wrestling on SmackDown After Dark and stuff. They're getting ready, I think, get called up to the main roster. Help me God. They're gonna ruin Tommaso Ciampa.
Where'd you go?
Sherman's camp.
I heard that place was a freak show.
So
It is.
yeah, I think those people are gonna be in it. I got some legends you think are gonna be in it.
Sealing the caves to keep hordes from coming through. He knew where the mining claims office was. We picked up.
I wouldn't be surprised if Booker T's in it.
Also sounded like
Riding with you.
JBL could be in it.
He just wanted out of
Jerry Lawler.
Okay, you got me.
So what happened?
Jerry Lawler could be in it. He's still wrestling on the indies and stuff.
Ricky, nothing happened.
You didn't say anything?
Corey Graves might be in it.
No, nothing happened. No, I didn't say anything. Like I said, he's a pretty nice guy.
But yeah, now your final four.
All right, Dan,
Austin Theory.
take it slow.
Bad, yeah,
Near the
sadly.
gate. No idea who or what might be living there.
I really hope he's in the final four and the fight, and the other three just toss him over the top rope.
Big E.
Big E, yeah.
Roman Brock, if they're in.
What are you expecting?
If one of them loses the title.
Run in, Danny, we're gone.
Come on, I want to check out flow.
And
Where
don't
you
know
go?
who else.
Down here.
Well, I have my final four is sadly going to be Austin Theory, which I hope the other three men just say, you know what, let's just toss him over the top rope. He shouldn't even be in here right now. The other three, I think AJ Styles will be in there. I hope he's in there. Big E, there's three right there. I wanted to say no Austin Theory, but because he's just taking a goddamn spot in the final four, which sucks. But is there anyone that's like returning from injury that could be in it?
Do not know.
I have no idea. Crap, I have no idea. I haven't been wrong in like 2 or 3 years. The last 2 or 3 Rumbles. I don't want to be wrong here.
You remember when I used to be right all the time?
I think Big E might win, which I don't think he should.
Do you remember when I used to be right? And amongst all the Rumbles.
But I think that if this is WWE we're talking about, they are the kind of people who would say, because they already did this once where they had Roman lose the title at 2016 and then just win at Mania. This is something WWE will do. They'll make someone lose the title just for them to win the Rumble, which is taking a spot from any other younger wrestler that's trying to, that could, like AJ Styles. He hasn't been in the world title picture in I don't know how long. Probably he hasn't been in the world title picture since he got drafted to Raw. And that was like 2-3 years ago. Like, you know what? I'm throwing Kevin Owens in there. Why not? I think now. Who do you think's gonna win out your final four? Rob. Who do you think's gonna win out your final four?
God, Big E win. A lot of people ain't gonna like that decision.
And it's not Big E's fault. It's that he's not ready. He needs. I don't think his gimmick right now fits him as well.
Because betting God said Big E is Bianca Belair. Bianca has already won. She does not.
Big E's character does not fit him as a world champion.
What happened there?
He's like he's
Bianca did not.
heel.
Bianca had her chance.
She did have a chance.
Move on. It is somebody else's shot.
Sword freaks. All right, come on, I want something else.
Ooh, WWE Supercard has an update. It got Brock now. Roman was in the middle of the was like the middle super was like in the middle of a Supercard in the picture. Now it's Brock in the middle with his goddamn ponytail or his goddamn man bun. Sorry.
Zombies trying to attack dumpsters, man.
I need 1 herb, and I need. Oh, I can craft a stamina cocktail. attacking a bear in a circus. It's taking 20 minutes. I'm telling you, like this 2K, like the 2K thingy on like what's it called? The what's the new mode called?
My faction.
Yeah, my faction could be really good, really cool. Like if they can, if it's like my team, it can be really cool. And I think like they're doing good making it only a solo player mode for the first year. I do hope it ends up being like how my team is like online, where you can play with your friends and stuff. But I'm glad they're just testing it first, offline.
Come here, touch this.
At least they're playing it smart there.
Come on.
What? So who you got winning the Rumble?
Anything?
At your final four?
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with Big E, just so I can have a better chance of getting it right, because I don't want to lose my streak. But who I really want to win it, dog. Veer Mahan.
Following you.
See these pipes?
Look, I'm just kidding. I really want AJ Styles, but I think he should win the Money in the Bank.
Older brothers were always fixing cars and shit.
A lot of places that almost made the Rumble.
I was going to school part-time to become a mechanical engineer.
I don't know about that.
Shit went down.
I think that he's gonna have a dominant showing.
They had big plans on pushing almost.
Dude, I like Omos. If they do it right, he could be really good.
Come on.
Like, people think, oh, he's just another big man. It's not that hard to push a monster like him. It's hard.
So now wait.
What are you doing? It's not that easy.
And like I said, if you're not going to Rumble, I'm not going to like it.
I am not going to like it. You volunteer for anything. One of us has to jump down there and clear the intake. So, I'm up.
So Ricky just took her pants and shirt off because he's jumping in the water.
Okay. Oh, it's now or never. Let's go.
Rob, Ricky is in her underwear now. Dude, she took her clothes off. She jumped in the water.
Yeah, it's pretty mucked up. I think I can clear it though. Run back down to the turbine. See if it's vibrating at all.
So I have a doctor's appointment in about an hour, and we have to do it. We have to do a guiding like Skype thing, because we can't go in the doctor's office because of COVID. COVID is it's like apparently COVID's in our town. It's back in our town again.
Who's fault is that?
Feel that vibration?
Yeah, but
Apparently we're back in the red again.
What?
So honestly, I'd rather that because it actually doesn't take as much time now.
Alright, come on.
Before Brock Lesnar was yeah. Wait.
Your dad and your brothers. What happened?
Before Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman back in his corner defends the WWE title against Bobby at Royal Rumble, look back at the road to this dream match presented by Cricket Nation. Is Brock scheduled to be at the at Raw?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, Raw. That's funny. Raw without Lesnar, bad.
Jesus, Ricky.
The last
I'm real sorry.
week Lesnar was there.
Yeah, it was most of the time.
It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. But Smack bad. Like it was so bad last on Friday. The only thing good about the show was Roman and Seth's promo. Legit, the entire show was just rematches from last week, which is usually what Raw is.
But these are the ones beating the lines when it's up.
SmackDown, why are you regressing into Raw? No one wants to see rematches every week on Raw.
Well, it might be a short in the turbine junction box, so let's just go down and check it out. Okay.
This is probably my least favorite mission that I'm doing because I haven't had to kill anything at all.
You and Schizo. It seems like you're always ripping his throat out.
A few months back, Eddie and I caught him hiding outside our cabin while we big thing.
What? He's a peeping Tom.
He told us if it happened again, he'd find out that Mike's bigger than his.
Jesus.
Ricky, so apparently Schizo's a peeping Tom.
Schizo probably wasn't looking at you.
It was all I could do to stop her from neutering the system.
Ouch.
Right? Never piss off a woman who knows how to system.
So Rob, apparently Schizo was peeping at Addie and she wanted to neuterize him with a scalping knife.
Here, loose me up.
And the only way for that not to happen to Schizo was Ricky said I showed him that my gun's bigger than his gun.
Here, I got the gate. Come on. Junction room's right around here.
That's why I like Schizo, my guy. Peeping Tom, dog, and he's mean, and he thinks he's better than us. Dog, ain't no one better than me, dude. I'm Deacon St. John.
The smell of it more than a couple.
Oh, here we go. Now we get the Zambo. Or Freaker, whatever. There's so many different terms for zombies, man. You have zombies, walkers, you have priests, what else do you have? There's a lot of like ways to say zombies in The Walking Dead.
I remember.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for that.
They're up.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
You good?
Yeah. They really don't like visitors much, do they?
Well, can you blame him?
Whew. Well, they better get used to this shit. You know what? As of today, I'm claiming this for Lost Lake Camp.
The heart of the people.
All right, let's check the junction boxes and get the hell out of here. This is it. You ready?
Yep.
Yes. Houston, we have power.
Nice work.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Come on, let's find something to block the door in. I don't want to have to come back up here every month to clean this shit out.
Wait, we're gonna be here?
What? No, I don't know. Just.
I'm just fucking.
something you didn't want to talk about.
Oh, it's fine. In fact, it reminded me of something I wanted to ask you back when we were riding together.
Okay, Ricky, not now. You can ask her later.
No, hey.
Come on, we gotta get moving.
Why I stopped riding with you in Boots.
Why? Iron Mike's
God, Ricky, do we gotta do this now?
We had been riding together for, I don't remember, a couple months. D, come on.
Okay.
Okay. There was this one night, and I remember it really clearly. It was snowing outside, and... Anyway, you thought everyone was asleep, and you were sitting outside by yourself like you always did, and you were staring at something. You didn't sleep the whole night. Let me see the photo, Dee. Come on, please. This is when I knew.
What'd you know, Ricky?
That I didn't want to end up like so many of us here, trapped in the past or running from it. I want to look forward. Okay? Not back.
This isn't what you think it is. Okay? Are you sure it's them?
I saw the mark on his back.
We're from Lost Lake Camp. Iron Mike has a treaty.
Well, that was a really good idea. You want to try that again? Stay put. Keep your head down.
Hey, I can take care of myself.
You assholes are kind of far from home, aren't you?
What are they doing? Iron Mike has a treat. Listen to me. We're from Lost Lake. We have a treat.
Drag your asses back to Iron Butte and find the shit where you crawled out from! Far north, aren't you? Huh? You don't want to get too far away from Carlos, do you? How about we just leave you here to bleed out, huh? Make all the freaks out here happy, yeah? Huh? Isn't that what you want?